Ometeotl is a name sometimes used to refer to the pair of Mexica energies Ometecuhtli and Omecihuatl. In the philosophies of the Anawak people, this energy, the creator of all creation, is known as Ometeotl. Ome translates as two or dual in the native language of Nahuatl, and teotl translates as cosmic energy. The existence of such a concept and its significance is a matter of dispute among scholars of Mesoamerican religion. Definition: multiple Nahuatl sources, notably the Florentine Codex, name the highest level of heaven Omeocan, or place of duality. Quote, in the Historia du Mexique, Franciscan priest André the Vet translated a Nahuatl source reporting that in this layer of heaven there existed a god named Ometecuhtli, which means two gods, and one of them was a goddess. The Historia de los Mexicanos por sus pinturas names the inhabitants of the uppermost heaven Ometecuhtli and Omecihuatl. Sahagun concurs that these are epithets of in Ometecuhtli in Omecihuatl, giving us another name of Omeocan in Ometecuhtli Ishan. There is some evidence that these two gods were considered aspects of a single being, as when a singer in Cantes Mexicanas asks where he can go given that Omecihuatl Dios. The Historia de los Mexicanos por sus pinturas reports of the two that se criaron y estuvieron siempre en el tercero cielo, de cuyo principio no se supo jamás, sino de su estado y creación, que fue en el tercero cielo. As a result of these references, many scholars interpret the rare name Ometeotl as dual god, or lord of the duality. Leon Portier further argues that Ometeotl was the supreme creator deity of the Aztecs, and that the Aztecs envisioned this deity as a mystical entity with a dual nature akin to the European concept of the Trinity. He argues that the Aztecs saw Ometeotl as a transcendental deity, and that this accounts for the scarcity of documentary references to it and the absence of evidence of an actual cult to Ometeotl among the Aztecs. Critique: other scholars, however, notably Richard Haley, argue that there was no Ometeotl, Ometecuhtli, or Omecihuatl among the Aztecs. Instead, he claims, the names should be interpreted using the Nahuatl language root Ome, rather than Ome. Haley further contends that Ometecuhtli was another name for Ometecuhtli and Mictlantecuhtli, both gods related to the creation of humans from dead bones. He argues that, of the five sources used by Leon Portier to argue in favor of the existence of a single creator god among the Aztecs, none contains a clear reference to a god of duality. First, Leon Portier cites the Franciscan friar Juan de Torquemada, who affirms in his chronicle that the Indians wanted the divine nature shared by two gods. Quote, in his translation of the Cantes Mexicanos, Leon Portier introduces a reference to the God of duality, where it is not explicitly found in the original text, which reads Omecihuatl Dios. Haley argues that Leon Portier erroneously unites stans dual with the Spanish loanword Dios to invent this dual deity. Another example given by Leon Portier is from the Historia Tolteca Chichimeca. Ometeotl Yati Yokayani, literally, to God, creator of humanity. Haley, reading the interjection I as part of a longer Ometeotl, argues that this should rather be translated as Jusimegi God, as the text talks about the imbibing of pulp. The Codex Rios has a representation of a god labeled Ometeotl. Iconographic analysis shows the deity Ometeotl to be identical to Ometecuhtli. The fifth source is the Historia de los Mexicanos por sus pinturas, which Haley shows does not in fact read Ometeotl, but rather Ometecuhtli, who is also called Mexihuatl, and is explicitly stated to be identical to Huitzilopochtli.